Good afternoon, Michael. What brings you in today?
Well, I just went to the doctor and he informed me that I have a high risk to have a heart attack
Okay.
because of the lifestyle I'm living, and I'm a little bit concerned about that.
Okay. So, can you tell me a little about your daily routine? So, what you do from when you wake up in the morning till when you go to bed at night?
Uh, I live in the suburbs of New York, and I'm a stockbroker, so
Okay.
I got to be at work pretty early.
Right.
So I leave around 6 in the morning, and the commute's about an hour and a half long. So I don't get back to my house till around 8, and it's kind of a sedentary job. I don't really get a lot of
Sure.
exercise during the day, and that's about it. And I drink a lot.
Okay. So, when you get home at night, what do you typically do?
I usually am too tired to cook or anything, so I eat out and then or get like some fast food,
Mm-hmm.
and then just watch TV, talk to my daughters and my wife about the day. That's about it.
Sure. So, you said that your doctor recently told you have a high risk for a heart attack. Do you mind discussing some more about your lifestyle behaviors that could put you at risk for a heart attack?
Sure. Um, well, I would guess like, what do you mean? What kind of things would put me at risk?
Well, you said you drink a lot. So, and do you smoke at all?
I don't smoke, but I guess I am under a lot of stress at work, so
Sure.
that could probably be an issue, and it doesn't help that I'm not really doing anything, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What are some things that you normally do to relieve your stress? Do you really work on that at all ever?
Um, well, I'm used to just going out and having a few beers.
Okay,
I guess my doctor thinks that I have more than just a few beers.
sure. Have you ever thought about possibly becoming physically active at all in order to reduce stress at all?
Well, before I went to the doctor, I didn't really think about it because I hadn't really exercised much since I was in high school.
Sure.
But now that the doctor told me that I'm at risk for having a heart attack, and when I think about my family and
Sure.
my wife, it makes me think a little bit differently about exercise.
Okay. Yeah, the reason why I brought up the physical activity aspect was because in risks for heart attack, it's known exercise or just becoming a little bit more physically active can strengthen the heart muscle, lower your blood pressure, and improve circulation, would decrease your risk for a heart attack. Do you mind if we discuss exercise behaviors?
No, it's fine.
Okay, so what do you think of when you hear the term exercise?
I really don't think about it a lot. That's the thing. I
Right.
think that's a major issue. Is I haven't really thought about it at all since I was active, which was forever ago. So
Okay, so what are some of your practice experiences? Were you in sports at all growing up?
yeah, I played football in high school.
Okay, and then after high school, did you kind of keep
Okay.
active or?
Well, after high school, I went to college, and I just really got caught up in going out and classes and stuff, and then just put exercise sort of on the back burner.
Okay. So it sounds like you do have a past with exercise, but once you kind of got busy in this busy lifestyle that you lead now, it's been hard to be, be regularly physically active.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
That sounds about right.
Okay. Are you interested in all in becoming more physically active after you have heard some of the potential benefits of exercising with decreasing your risk of heart attack?
Yeah, I'm interested in more for my family than for myself right
Okay.
now, because exercise. I've never particularly enjoyed exercise.
Sure,
And I
yeah.
enjoyed playing football, but I didn't enjoy exercise per se.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, being 0 you wouldn't want to at all, and 10 being that you would love to, how ready are you to develop an exercise plan?
I would say probably around like a 6. I don't really want to, but I think I need to.
Okay. And so what are some barriers you see with exercise that would stop you from like choosing a 10?
Well, I work Monday through Friday from 6 to 8, like I mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the main thing would just be work, and then being too tired from work.
Sure. So with your busy lifestyle and then, your family, do you think that they're concerned about your heart attack risk at all in your sedentary lifestyle?
I think they definitely are concerned.
Okay. And so if you tried to become like physically active, would they support you in that endeavor?
I believe that they would. My daughters are pretty active. They both run track and play high school basketball. So
Okay. So, would you be comfortable now discussing some tips for exercise and developing a plan?
yeah. that'd be
Okay.
great.
Um, I guess what would you like to see different about your current situation?
Well, my doctor said that I'm a little bit overweight, so I guess maybe losing some of the extra weight.
Okay.
Not particularly because I care about losing the weight, but more because it should help lower my risk.
Lower your risk. Yeah. And is the doctor's like warning? Is this why you think you need to change, or
That's
what makes?
well, the doctor's warning kind of just like put things in perspective for me, and then when I start thinking about my family, that's what really makes me want to change.
Yeah. So, what if you could name like 3 reasons as to why you would want to start to exercise? What would they be?
First off, it'd be the warning I got.
Yeah.
Then my family would be second, and then I guess third thing would be just it would make me feel better, maybe.
Okay.
Less stressed out, a bit more.
What could you foresee any possible circumstances happening if you didn't decide to change your exercise behavior?
Well, according to what the doctor says, that I'd have a heart attack, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could probably die from having a heart attack. So
Right.
death is a possibility.
So, yeah, you're concerned about your risk for heart attack, and you're now starting to see that exercise would be able to help lower this risk. How important would it be for you to adhere to a program of exercise?
Well, looking at the risk, I'd say it's pretty important to stick to something, whether it's exercise or whatever you want to call it, to help me reduce my risk.
Sure. Can you, like, maybe expand on potential benefits that you've maybe heard about with exercise, or, yeah, just anything that you know about what exercise can help you?
Yeah, I've heard that some of my friends at work who are more active than I am say that they feel a lot better when they exercise. They feel more relaxed. They feel better about themselves in general, I guess.
And do you think that that could possibly be you seeing those changes?
Yeah, being that I am pretty stressed out. I guess when I talked to the doctor, I told him, well, he knows that I drink a lot, so maybe exercise could serve as an additional form of stress relief instead of alcohol use or whatever,
Okay, good. How would you, today, if you were to start an exercise plan, how would you decide to do it, and what would maybe you incorporate?
Well, I guess I would maybe go on walks when I get off work. So, I don't really know. I don't really remember much of exercise.
Right.
From
So
high school.
when you think of exercise, do you think of, intense running and lifting? Is that what you think of?
That's usually what I think of. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
because exercise for me was always, like being in the weight room or
Sure.
running sprints for football.
Yeah. And that's what, most people think of when they think of exercise. They think you have to be doing something very physically, doing vigorous activity and, being in pain and all of that. But actually, it's just taking that initial step, become more physically active, which we have seen great health benefits, and even with your risk of heart attack would be extremely lowered. But I do get the sense that you're wanting to change some of your habits. How do you feel about coming up with a exercise plan and developing it further?
I think that'd be great.
What sorts of activities do you like to participate in now besides, like maybe going out for drinks and spending time with your family? Like, if you were to do anything physically active, what would those be?
I enjoy going to my daughter's basketball games
Okay.
and track meets, and I like to play. I like to play tennis.
Okay. So would you like be willing to even like maybe spend time with your daughter? You could practice hoops with her and stuff, and that even initial step would help you. Would you be interested in that?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I'm sure she'd appreciate it as well.
Right. So going forward with what you have liked to do, what types of activities would you plan to participate in if you were to start an exercise plan? You said you like to walk and maybe play tennis. Anything else?
My daughters, I also run track, so maybe I could go to their track meets and then just walk around the track area. At work, I always take the elevator because I'm in a rush, but
Sure.
maybe I could try to take the stairs every now and then.
Taking the stairs, yeah. Well, it's clear that you're really trying and going to make an effort to become more physically active, and I really do understand, the busy schedule that you lead, and I think it's great that you want to do this. If at any time you need assistance in the future, I'm always available. Would you like to set up a follow-up appointment in a couple weeks to discuss how things are going?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Thanks for coming in today.
Yep.
Hi, Michael. It's great to see you back today. It's been about 1 month since we initially started talking about exercise and lowering your risk for heart disease. So how have you been in the month in your room?
I've been doing pretty well. A lot has changed for me, actually.
That's good. So what sorts of things, I guess, have changed about your lifestyle?
Well, before, like I said, I'd always be really busy and have to go to work from 6 to 8. But now, even though like I'm doing all that during the day, I still found time to go on walks with my family every night.
That's great.
I guess my wife has been cooking more at home, so I've stopped eating out as much, and that gives us time to relax and talk about the day. And then my daughter sometimes joins us on our walks, but mostly it's just me and my wife, and we just walk around the neighborhood.
Okay. And how long do you normally walk for?
We just go for about 20 or 30 minutes.
Okay. And just at a casual pace, and you've been enjoying doing that? Yeah. I would just encourage you, keep that up and try to keep finding like little clouds throughout the day where you can just walk, even if it is from, the subway to where you work and stuff. Every little bit of physical activity can help.
Yeah, and while I'm at work, I try to go up the stairs too more often.
Oh, yeah.
Because even though I have to go up a million stairs, I at least try to go up a few flights of stairs and then catch the elevator.
That's great. It's all about alternating, just the little lifestyle habits that we sometimes don't realize, like taking the elevator or taking the stairs to the elevator can, expend a few more calories and stuff. At our last meeting, you said you were, doing this really for your family, like you want to be around to see, your kids and all that, do things. Is this still your motivation, or has your motivation shifted at all?
My family's always going to be my motivation, but I think that now that I'm starting to go on walks every day with my wife and just do the little extra things all throughout the day, I'm starting to see a little bit of the benefits of what people talk about. So I feel a little bit more energetic, so I think I'm starting to enjoy being a little bit more active.
That's great. What are some of the benefits that you've been realizing?
Well, I don't feel like I need to go drink as much to relax because, first off, I get super tired.
Sure.
So
yeah.
Kind of knocks me out. And on top of that, it allows me to sleep better, so I'm more well rested, which gives me more energy throughout the day, and that takes away from my stress. It's kind of like a opposite of a vicious cycle, I guess.
Right. And so do you find when you're, just having that time with your wife to walk around and stuff, that is also relaxing and less stressful?
I think it's a combination of having her with me, and we just get to have a little bit extra time to bond about just what's going on in our lives, as well as I know that I'm taking a step forward in reducing my risk for having a heart attack.
Sure. So along with, the stairs and walking, has there been anything else or any other activities that you've been trying to do or accomplish?
Yeah, whenever I get the chance, before each of my daughter's basketball games, I try to just practice with them, just go outside and shoot the ball a little bit. I'm pretty terrible, but at least I'm out there moving, I guess.
There you go. Well, thank you for coming in today. I would, encourage you to keep all these lifestyle habits up that you've been trying to alternate. You're going to just only continue to see improvements in your health. As always, I'm always available to keep meeting with you and talking about this and seeing how this will progress further. Thanks for coming in.
Yep.